be doing. All right, everybody. I got a couple of guests for you tonight, and I'm sure you recognize this ugly son of a bitch. That handsome devil, JJ Scarborough. What is up, brother?
Hello, guys. Hope everybody had a good day.
Absolutely, and I've got a special guest for everybody tonight, and we've been waiting for a couple of weeks to be able to bring him up. There were some legal reasons that he couldn't, but he's here now. Everybody, please welcome His Honor, Mayor of Grantville, Georgia, Mayor Richard Proctor.
I'm back. Hello, everybody.
Well, you have my vote.
Hello, buddy. It's nice to finally meet you.
Hey, JJ, good to see you.
It's good to see you up here.
Oh my goodness.
Me and JJ were just talking on our morning coffee phone call about coming down there to take you out to lunch.
Come on down.
Now, of course, I'll have to leave about a day early to get from Oklahoma to Kentucky, Georgia. But I'm glad you could be with us, sir. How are you doing tonight?
Well, I'm doing great. I'm ecstatic. So,
I like the thumbnail for the live stream tonight.
Well, I have to say this. The thumbnail is beautiful, but clearance is clearance, man. I tell you what.
Well, I mean, you're 100% right, Your Honor, but that in itself is the problem.
And what's so funny, he went live today in, where was he? He was in Fort Payne, Alabama.
Fort Payne, Alabama, and that's that place holds a special meaning to me.
Do you know why it's important about Fort Payne, Alabama? You know what the most important thing about Fort Payne is? What is
aside from the couple of wrestling tournaments I won up there as a kid?
No, that's where the group Alabama is from.
Oh, that's right. That's where Randy Owens was born and raised.
Yes. So but he's something else, and I'm going to put a little bit more into it this evening. It's funny. Some people, first of all, Wrangler, I love what you do. And look, some people said, maybe you shouldn't go on Wrangler. He has a past. We all have a dadgum past. Well, I don't have much of a past. But, what you're doing really to this lunacy that's out there. And it's lunacy. Listen to this, guys. I was at work today. I'm a full-time mayor. I work as a full-time mayor.
Yeah.
I go to get my mail. I got some stuff from Georgia Municipal, and then there's an envelope, and I'm like, it's from Michigan. What? It's a piece of paper where, and I'm not going to use the words. I'm called multiple names. One of his disgusting followers spent the time to write out a handwritten note in pencil, calling me a bunch of junk, stick it in an envelope from Michigan, and mail it to me. I mean,
they're not, and here's how, just as an example, and it's something me, JJ, and Chad were talking about after a live stream last week. Just as an example, because it's relevant. Dumbwaiter. Mm-hmm. He emphasizes the dumb in dumbwaiter, and I said, believe it or not, there's dumber than him. Where? The morons that give them money.
I was watching one of your lives or whatever it was, and you had him up there, and he's reading off. How many people are giving him $20, $30, $20? Are they hundreds? Are they that? Yes, they are that stupid. Why am I even saying that? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Reminds me of that. You ever seen Christmas Vacation, that movie?
Yeah.
And remember, he's walking through the store where Chevy Chase is having to buy stuff. He says, well, I guess me and the wife shouldn't send us all that money to the preacher that ran off with the hockey player.
Well, because it's relevant to the movie, I still think my favorite scene in that movie is when Randy Quaid's emptying the damn He's got the hose and he's emptying the camper shitter into the sewer. And all the neighbors are walking out, and he's got on that what I call a lady's robe.
Yeah.
Because it's barely covering his ass, and I thank God for that. And everybody's just looking at him. He's got a damn beer on, and he's got the winter hat, and he's got him up. And he's got the beer in his hand, got the hose in the other one. Shitter's full.
Shitter's full.
And,
I tell you what, but you're absolutely right. It's these people, and we're still getting emails, Facebook posts. Although I've shut off all my Facebook. When I post something as the mayor, I don't allow comments. And of course, he and his buddy, I'm not going to mention his name, or that's a First Amendment violation. What? So you can go post your garbage on a Facebook page? And this is what's it.
It's not First Amendment for the simple fact that it was a purely First Amendment protected activity. Not only would I not be able to help these people get the shit taken down, but theoretically, if the people had the money to retain the attorney for it, every single person that doesn't want to be published in one of his monetized videos can sue him.
Yes, they can.
So therefore, that makes it not First Amendment protected. But I do have something that we're calling I call it the Russie Dance of Shame. Sorry, I didn't give everybody a vomit alert. That's on me, y'all. That's my bad.
And one of the interesting things, I've been talking to our various attorneys down here because, again, if you knew anything about me totally, Clarence is about 1/1000th of my time. I'm busy growing this city, doing things in the city, going to events, all stuff. But yet doing my job as the mayor. But the one thing about this is, his constant, of course, now he calls himself the press, which he's not. And a constant that First Amendment to redress your government. Well, here's my take on that, and why I'll never let him speak at a council meeting again. I'm not his government. I'm not.
No.
He doesn't live in Grantville. He doesn't pay taxes in Grantville. I can't force him to do anything in Grantville. He's not one of my citizens. The Constitution is very clear. For redressing a government, to me, it's a government that is a government over you, like the federal government, the state government, the county government you live in. He lives in Troup County. He lives in LaGrange, Georgia, not Coweta County, Grantville, Georgia. And by the way, he's already put an open records request. He wanted to know how many federal and state dollars came into Grantville, because he's going to claim, this. The only federal money we got was the COVID money 3 years ago, which is spent on capital projects. Not one penny of any tax dollars outside of Grantville go to pay for general fund things like our salaries. Oh, and by the way, for all of you his little minions, and he's going to put this up on his page. He watches yours.
Oh, absolutely. I got used to it. So
all you little minions of him who think I'm just raking in the money, do you know what my salary is? $300 a month. That's it. So it ain't like I'm $300 a month. I make $3,600 a year as the mayor of Grantville. And that's okay. I'm retired and I did well in corporate America, and that's why I'm here. But this whole notion that, it's the First Amendment, I'm watching your government. You don't have any business in the city of Grantville. Now, I will go ahead and put it out there, and I've talked to you, Wrangler, about this. Mm-hmm. That what he does to Grantville is not his normal MO, his normal modus operandi. He's tied in with another guy, I'm not going to mention his name, who is actually being pushed by what we call the cabal here in Grantville, which is the certain older people who don't want Grantville to grow or advance, and they can't stand what I'm doing. So they're trying to find a crime on me so they can recall me. Well, I haven't done any crimes, and if they tried to recall me, I think I'd win I beat the snot out of the last people in the election. I'd probably beat them even worse this time around.
Absolutely.
So it's much more of a different thing. But what, and I apologize, I guess I'm going off, folks, so.
Oh, no, you're fine, sir. Please carry on. We love having you here.
What aggravates me watching these frauditors, and that's what they are, what aggravates me about them is because, and I'll tell the story again, I come from corporate America, 35 years in corporate America, telecommunications, information technology, all the way up to executive vice president level, okay? And sure, people worked hard, they did all this, and it would be tough, you'd have layoffs. When I came in as the mayor of Grantville, we have, not a lot of municipal workers, we have like 30, including the police officers. These people work so hard for less pay, and I got it, their jobs are more secure than corporate America. But when I watch Clarence or Dumbwaiter or any of these other, the stupid kid with the afro, and they come in and they harass these municipal workers, and that's all it is harassment. And they call them garbage, and they call them this, and then they want to get an open records request and put their salary and whatever they are up on their channels. That's just disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And that's what makes me angry. That's probably what makes me go out and sometimes do what I do, simply because I'm out protecting the people who work for me.
Absolutely. And that's my problem with it is, if they just wanted publicly available information, there's ways to go about it that don't involve them doing something stupid that gets the cops called on. And if y'all will bear with me for just 1 minute. And Stryker, everybody, has been a member here now for 8 months. It's still incredible that I've been doing this for, almost 10 months doing it, and like 9 months, in another capacity. But I never thought that we'd have this. But he says, JJ, you're not planning to steal our fraud at Wrangler, are you, when he comes down, make him do his live streams from the wood shop? Hey,
Starker,
I can do woodwork too.
Starker, if I did kidnap him, I think we all know I would bring him back in a couple of days. Kimmy, don't worry, he's coming home.
Oh yeah. Trust me, if somebody were to have ever kidnapped me, they'd be like, please, here you go, you can have him back, and here's money. But thank you for being here, Stryker. And our Scottish Princess, Elizabeth McClellan, for 10 says, thank you, Mayor Proctor, for giving Wrangler the credit and respect he truly deserves. Aw. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. You didn't have to say that. And then Paul Fraser of Scotland, reigning mustache champion of Western Scotland, by the way, for $4.99 says, in a village full of idiots, Dumbwaiter would be their village idiot. Damn. Thank God JJ, Wrangler, and you, Mayor Proctor, are here. Greetings from Scotland. I'm glad you got to go back home, Paul. I know you were traveling there for a while. And thank you very much, sir. And Glenn Harlow for $4.99 says, Mayor Proctor, I have a nickname for Russ, Jabba the Hutt, or just call him Glenn Serio. And I don't know if you've gotten to ever see Glenn Serio. I'm sure you've probably maybe seen the video I did a long time ago on Clarence frauditing a landfill. Not only that, he got trespassed from a landfill. I guess he thought they were open for dinner.
So let me answer a question for Rocket City Grayman, retired.
Right
Mr.
ahead,
Mayor,
sir.
have you spoken to the governor and state house about outlaws to stop frauders? I am working on several laws here in Georgia. One, Georgia open records requests. We get bombarded. Bombarded to the point we actually have to hire someone to do them. That's how bad it is. Mm-hmm. And it's transparency, his buddy, and a certain, I'm not going to say who it is, but someone tied in with them who is in our government. And yes, because we need to start, I don't want to say limit, because I believe the open records request comes with something good. We certainly want to audit our government, make sure they're doing this, but when it becomes harassment, when it becomes crazy stuff, and just, there needs to be some control and some cost to it. I mean, if you're truly wanting to redress your government, you're going to be willing to pay a little bit of money to get some of this back. So we are actually coming up with the real charges that these process. Because Clarence here asked for one that was, I mean, a deep dive into accounting information. I'll just tell you, it's $900. He's not going to pay it. But again, of course, he's so stupid, he asks very open-ended questions, and therefore he doesn't drill down to what he wants because he's too stupid to actually ask what he really needed. And of course, I play off that and get that going. The other thing, we actually in Georgia, in our Georgia Municipal Association, they've developed training for frauditors, First Amendment warriors. We actually have training that costs thousands of dollars for them to develop. Of course, their training is just ignore them and they'll go away. No, they won't.
No, they won't. And that's my whole thing is,
and my whole
they try to ignore them, they sit there and they just keep looking around and they just keep pushing your buttons. They keep acting like the predators and bullies that they are until they get that reaction that they so desperately want for their little clickbait.
And so my whole take is, you know what? No, kick them in the kneecaps.
Damn right. You don't sit there and take a bully's bullshit. You smack them in the mouth.
And just like
I mean that metaphorically. I'm in no way advocating or recommending anybody go punch Clarence in the mouth, mainly because you probably get your fist eaten. But that's I'm trying to be nice about it. But hey guys, Herman Turrington has thrown down a Fraud at Wrangler membership, and it went to, boom, there it is. It has gone to Mr. Carter Bing. Hey, Herman, I truly appreciate it, sir. And Carter Bing, on behalf of Kimmy, myself, and literally Roughnecks the world over.
Welcome to the Roughnecks.
Hey, now I'm trying to follow all along kind of with what's been going on with you.
Yeah.
Did this dumbwaiter actually get people to physically threaten you?
Yes, and JJ.
You both.
Now, without getting into, specifics of things going on, I've gotten my ass whooped a few times. Completely trip him up. They just screw his entire little script up.
Afraid of anybody. I don't fear anything.
Our roughneck Carl made this. I think there's probably more hair, but yeah, I thought it was pretty damn accurate. Now let's stop people from getting sick and make that go away. Sorry, I know, guys, there was no alert on that one. I actually find like a little buzzer where I can hit it for a trigger alert.
Well, what's interesting, and I look, I'm not afraid of anybody. I don't fear anything, anybody, for many reasons. But my kids, and when I say kids, my son's 22, my daughter's 19. They were here over Christmas, and of course they have been watching Clarence and all the other stuff going on. And what they said to me was interesting. It never really struck me. They said, "Dad, you don't know what idiot out there is going to get twisted off by this guy." I mean, when I sit in my den, you can see through my windows. I'm watching television. You can see me physically. They said, "You don't know what crazy loon in this day and age might drive by and just decide, you're a terrorist. You're terrible. We're going to shoot you." You don't know. And that's, and of course they all say, well, we're not causing them to do these things. Although if you notice on every video, he puts my name, my email address, my phone number, 123 LaGrange Street, where the city hall is. Of course he's telling people to bombard us with calls and everything else. And by the way, in the state of Georgia, there's a crime to that. It's called telecommunications harassment. Can I get an AD to prosecute that? No. But you know, but there is that point to that. I mean, JJ, I get it. I get it. I mean, none of us are afraid of these people or what they might, but you just don't know what lunatune out there is going to take this to another level.
And, you know, my problem with the call flooding is, you know as well, you both know as well as I do from, you know,